These are competition style ribs. Apple smoke and a sugar-free rub and sauce. Let's do it. Today I'm making competition style pork ribs. This is the St. Louis portion of whole side ribs, and you cut it out and you just have the bones. And what I look for is a really good flop. The darker the meat, the better. And first thing I'm going to do is take my fingers and kind of get it underneath the membrane. And you can see, I use a little piece of paper towel because we don't want that membrane on there. So a piece of paper towel works really good. You just stick your fingers underneath. These are the type of ribs that we would cook in competition. See, who wants to eat that? There, that looks good. I'll do the other one. See? Judges don't want to eat that. Your guests don't want to eat it either. For ribs, St. Louis is the best. It's really flavorful. It tastes like pork. It cooks really well. You get a really good bite out of it too for judges. St. Louis is a little bit fattier too. Okay, now I've preheated. I'm cooking on a big green egg today, and I like to preheat it for close to an hour to get up to temperature, get the smoke going. Make sure that you have enough fuel, enough smoke in there to last for your long, 4 to 5 hour cook. I've set this at around 250 degrees, and I'm smoking with applewood today, so it's just coming up to speed now, which is really good. Now, for the rub, the recipe for the competition style ribs is in the comments below. And this rub can be used on ribs, on pork butts, and it's got paprika and seasoning salt and onion powder. And I'm just going to sprinkle it on both sides and pat it in. Get it into all the little nooks and crannies. There we go. On the ends. See, that looks good. See the flop in that? So much better than back ribs, the baby backs. Okay, I'm going to go bone side down. I've got a little tray in there. I'm cooking indirect. I'm going to let that go until I get some really good smoke into it, and until I have some nice bark on the outside. And then we're going to wrap it. That's how we do it in competition. Okay, that's been 2 hours on these ribs, and I've got a really nice color, some really good smoke on there, and now it's time for the wrapping stage. So there's two options here. One, you can just let it go and just do dry ribs, or what we do in competition is we wrap them in foil, and we can put a little bit of sauce on, and this is Guy's barbecue sauce, Sweet Thunder. I really like it. It's my new sugar-free favorite. And what I'm going to do is take these ribs off. You can see the color in these. Look at that. See the flop? That's what we're looking for. So I'm going to paint some sauce on this. And we're going meat side down now. We used to put Jack Daniels when we cooked in the world competition. Jack Daniels whiskey on there. So I'm just going to fold this up and a meat side down. I'm going to go back on for probably about another hour. I want it to go just like a little bit more. Take this one, do the same. You can see the flop on that. That looked good. So paint the meat side first. And it's still releasing some juices in there too. Well, that looks good. Also, this is a time where if you didn't put on enough rub to begin with, you can always add like a little bit more for a little bit more flavor. Or in the dry rib stage, like just leaving it on the grill. We used to have classes with 50 students, and we did them on the big green egg back then. Meat side down. We close this up. Check the daisy. This is called the daisy wheel. See, this comes up like this. There's a vent in the bottom, the daisy wheel. I like that. That'll just bounce back because the ceramics are hot. I'll see you in an hour. Well, that was a pretty easy cook. We started up the egg. I used the Primo ceramic grill too. Some maple leaf charcoal. We put some apple wood in, and we smoked it for 2 hours. And then we took it out and we put it into some tin foil, and we put some really yummy sauce on it. And we went for another hour, and now you can see that that is perfect. Look at that. Those are competition ribs right there. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut in between the bones. See that? That looked good. Yeah, try that. I win. Another thing that you can do is you can take these ribs and you can put them on and firm them up too. I like it just like this. I think it's just perfect. Got a nice smoke ring in there. Yeah, these won't last long. There you go, competition style ribs, smoked on a big green egg, sugar-free rub. Doesn't get better than that. Thanks for watching.